Hey, welcome back to the funky little studio. Welcome in, welcome in. Coming to you live, not live, coming to you from the garage mahal, my detached garage where I've tried to create a little bit of a reselling area and still have a garage and also a little man cave over here kind of thing that I've been wanting to have for a while. It's always been here, but I'm trying to perfect it. So there's still a big mess. I don't know if you can see all that. So I'll flash the pictures up here as we go. But welcome to Funky Finds Friday. Like I said, my name's Thomas, or Tom. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Facebook, those kind of things. I sell online, hopefully for a profit. This is Funky Finds Friday. My wife, Regina, let me rewind a little bit. She is the other half of the funky little studio. She handles all the clothing, the shoes, the belts, the boots, the vintage lingerie, the hosiery, all that kind of stuff. I sold some pantyhose last week, as a matter of fact. That's kind of her department, but I sold some. I handle all the knickknacks, the hubcaps, the baseball caps, the bric-a-bracs, the paddywhacks, the random acts, anything I can find to flip online for profit, usually. That's what we want to do. We want to make a profit. That's how we make our living, folks. But we are having fun doing this. We've been doing it now. February, it'll be 4 years exactly. I was a reseller way back in 03 when I was not working and staying home to help to raise my son. I did some eBay back then and got started on it, then took a long hiatus. Regina kind of dabbled in it for a while with the vintage lingerie, and then in 2022 we became full-time resellers. So there's some more story to that, but we're not going to do that today. This is Funky Finds Friday, where I'm going to show you what I found. This is from a Goodwill visit. Only a Goodwill visit. I've been filming some other ones today. I went to the bins in Tulsa. But just down the street from the bins is just a regular Goodwill, one of the original ones that I know of. And when you're right there, you might as well go. So I go to the bins first and got my stuff. That's a separate video. Check it out. It'll probably be out when this one comes out, or vice versa. Maybe it'll be backwards. And I'm like, okay, I was by myself. Regina was with her mom thrifting in another part of town, and I had some time to kill. I'd already went to the post office and decided to go do a little sourcing or thrifting. Anyway, went to the bins, did good on that. I think I did. I basically spent $18 there, and at the other regular Goodwill I spent $36, so double. I bought some randomness. So we'll start off with some easy pickings. I'm trying to get out of the glassware business because I have this is full of knickknacks and bric-a-bracs, anything. And then over here to this side, you can't see, is glassware. And I'm trying to I want to thin that out and get really selective on what I pick up from here on out. But I did find some at the bins, and I found one glass. Actually found some more, but they weren't priced, and I left them there. And I kind of walked around the store looking to see if I could find the other one that maybe had a price. Maybe they were selling it as a set or whatever, and they were gone. So somebody else picked them up, and I don't know. They didn't have a price. I think they're kind of popular right now, the little, probably 90s, like the baby blue with the duck and the print work on it, but it was like a set of 5 or 6, and I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, I bought this. This is kind of a Tulsa treasure. I never ate there because I'm not an oyster eater, but S&J Oyster Company. Can you see that? S&J Oyster Company. That was in Tulsa for a long time. It's a really heavy, nice, maybe a water glass, or maybe it's for whiskey or something, cocktail. Anyway, 99 cents. That was one of the first things I picked up because it's Tulsa-centric, and I know somebody will want it. There's no comps, but I'll probably list it a little bit high and take offers. It's in great shape. I always try to check them as best I can, but it's not chipped or anything. So we'll see how that does. I think that was the very first thing I picked up. Okay. And then the rest of it's not going to be in any order. It's just going to be this sack of goodness. I like to pick up these when they're cheap enough. I like to relive the old days. I didn't have this game, but I vaguely remember Topple. And from what I gather, it's missing 2 of these little guys. I think it's supposed to have 48. I think there's 46 in there. But for $1.99, I was willing to gamble on it. Not great comps, but I'll either list it on Posh or eBay. I'm sure it'll sell, and I'll make a couple bucks off of it and make somebody's day. It was in too good a condition not to pick up for that price. You know, I wouldn't have paid any more than $1.99 for it, but I did pay $1.99 and felt comfortable there. The comps are kind of all over the map. This was a item for personal. We're gonna put these. We got these out on the patio. I've always wanted to see what they look like in real life. Paid up for them, I guess, for Goodwill. $4.99. Comps are basically terrible on them, but I didn't buy them for that anyway. We stuck them on the patio, kind of around the pool. The pool's covered for the winter, but I thought, well, I didn't go out there last night to see how bright they are, but if they're not bright enough for there, we'll put them somewhere in the yard or something. But for $5 for 4 of them, and they were brand new. They're all working. So they charged yesterday, and they're working today. I just saw them when I came through here. This is one of those things I thought at first was like a cheap Amazon type box looking thing, but then I got to looking at it and it said linear compression trainer LC-1, and so it's a golf tool, and I gave $1.99 for it. It's a golf thing that you put on your arms. If I can, I'll pop a picture of somebody using one, but it's brand new in the box, man. And the comps and listings are all over the map. If I have mine listed by the time this is edited, I'll pop my listing up here. If not, I'll kind of show you that they are all over the map. And I did actually do comps on this before I brought it home with me, because I was like, I don't want to get stuck with it. It's light. It should be easy to ship. It's brand new. Some of them are pre-owned on the comps, but I think it ought to bring like at least $25 plus shipping, or maybe even more. There's some people that have them listed sky high. Of course, they're not sold, but I'll do some more research. I'll pop. Once again, not big money, but I have some of these. I've sold some stuff like this, little craft kits. Do you guys remember latch hook? When I was a kid, this was kind of popular. What did I get for that? $2.99, $3. It's a Snow Wolf latch hook kit. Not, like I said, not big money, but I'm okay with that. It's brand new, sealed. I like to have this kind of random stuff just for people's nostalgic reasons, and I'll still make a little bit off of it, and that's good enough for me. They can't all be home runs, you know. This is I think this will do all right. I looked these up a little bit. $2.99 for this, and it's 2 Keen cushion footbed like insoles, and I pulled them out of the box, and they look like they are unused, uncut, from what I could tell. They're a women's size. That might hold them up a little bit. It seems like sometimes men's stuff sells quicker, but maybe not. There's some comps on that. Mine's not listed yet. I'll pop either, well, it may be when this is edited. I'm not sure, because I'm doing several in a row right now. I'll pop some comps up here, or my listing, either one, so you can kind of see the potential. I've sold insoles before and done well on them, so I think they'll be all right. What else? These are bicycle pedal cleats for if you're a road cyclist, basically. I don't know. I think that's what these are for, road cycling. I don't think they're mountain bike. 9-inch floating cleats, great for beginners. Delta Arc compatible. 99 cents. So that was a no-brainer. I picked those up because those will sell. I know those will sell. This was like an Amazon type running vest or safety vest if you're walking or running or riding a bike in the darkness. It's I think it's USB charging. Does it say? I tried it out and it works, so I know it works. I think it had a little charger in there, if I'm not mistaken. It's China. It's not a name brand, you know, one of those Amazon type brands. But it was $2.99, and you know, it'll sell. If not, I might give it to my brother. This is a personal pickup. It's just a rain gauge. Have you guys priced rain gauges lately? They've went way up. I don't know why. It's got an advertisement for RE/MAX Realtors. 99 cents for a little rain gauge. I looked at them at Home Depot the other day, and they were like 15 to 20 bucks for a rain gauge. I'm like, no, you used to get a rain gauge for like $4.99. I don't know what happened. 99 cents. That's a personal pickup. Some more golf stuff. So I don't know if somebody donated all their golf stuff or what. I got both of these. There was two of them. One was marked 99 cents and the other one was marked $1.99. I said, I'll take them both if they're 99 cents instead of $1.99. She goes, sure. So I bought both of them. It's a Golf Pride Ultimate Grip Towel. So you would, I think it's got a little pouch, yeah. So you can put your grips down through in here and keep them nice. I don't know. I'm not a golfer, but they had decent comps. Not, like I said, none of this stuff's like home run, but it'll sell. I'll clean that dust off of it, and they'll go. This was neat. I don't know where I'm going to use this. I think I didn't even look at comps on this. It's a little snap power guide light. It's a little recep cover that you put on your plug-in recep cover, but it glows or lights up, and it says that it installs in seconds, no wires. So I guess these little things make contact. And when you put it in there, and I don't know, it somehow glows or lights up. So like you could have it, we don't have an outlet in our hallway, but if you did, you could put it in the hallway and you still have a plug in and you can see at night when you're walking to go use the restroom or whatever. So I think I'm going to keep that. I didn't look it up. If it sells for big money, I might sell it. Then the rest of it was hats. Is that it? We're almost done. That's going by quick. I bought this one as a project. I think Regina will sell this unless she fiddle farts around, then I'll sell it. But I'm going to OxyClean it. Polo. Authentic Polo. Little Polo man. But it has some discoloration. I don't know if that's makeup or whatever. I think that'll clean up really nice. And it'll be a nice, crisp, bright white. I'll get that cleaned up. And I'll either let her list it or I'll list it. But it's the real deal. $2.99 on the hats at Goodwill. Which, that's kind of, I don't know. That should be $1.99 or 99 cents. I didn't look this one up as well, but it's basically brand new. It's a nice brand, Boco gear. It's a running hat. I couldn't tell of any use. Somebody probably got this as a giveaway or something. It's Fleet Feet Austin, Altra Running, the shoe company, and then Boco gear. So $2.99 for that. It's made, to wick the sweat, and it's made, for runners, outdoor hikers. Stay out there. Runners, hikers, that kind of thing. Ultra runners, trail runners. And then this one's super cool. Really like this one. And it's basically brand new without the tags too. Sendero Provisions Company. You see that? That's pretty neat. And then the brim or bill has got like a topographical map of the state park. And I just like the colors and the patch and everything. Crater Lake National Park. Neat patch. And it's just super nice. So basically new without tags ball cap for $2.99. And I think that's going to bring 20 to 25 bucks, probably somewhere in that range. I'm going to sell it new without tags because that's basically what it is. Anyway, I think that was it. Guess what, kids? I rounded up. $36 even for all that stuff. I think, sell two things and maybe one or two things, and everything will be paid for and the rest will be pure profit. That's how I like to do it. If you guys like this kind of content, hit the like, hit subscribe. We appreciate you watching. Check out some of our other videos if you got a minute. We do this as a hobby on the YouTube thing because we're not making any money. We're trying to grow the audience and hopefully eventually be able to monetize it. But we're at like 399 subscribers. We'd love to have you subscribe. Check out some of Regina's videos and tell us what you like. What kind of videos do you want to see? Do you want to see us out in the thrift stores, or are you okay with just a haul video? Because sometimes we don't film when we're sourcing, garage sales, thrift shops, that kind of thing. I like to do it if I can, and we do some, but I don't do it on all of them because sometimes it's time constraints, and sometimes if it's really busy, I don't really film inside the store. But like on this one, I didn't. I made 3 stops that day. I didn't film any of inside the store. But I made 3 different haul videos for you guys to watch and see what I'm picking up. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully you guys will come back and see us on another one. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.